In Engin's recent interview with Levan Saganishvili, Levan gets asked who was the strongest hand and wrist he's ever felt, and his answer makes sense, and I'll tell you why at the end of the video.
Who is his hand and wrist was the strongest in his professional career that he ever faced?
Mm-hmm. In his history of matches, 2016 Krasimir Kostadinov wrist. His wrist comes to mind. That match he lost on falls, but he remembers that he just could not take his wrist on the top roll. On the later matches, he understood better how to approach him, and he fought with the bicep. But to his memory, that was the strongest wrist that he felt in the super match.
This is the exact match Levan's talking about, where he is unable to take Krasimir's wrist, and as you can see, he is struggling. But the reason why Levan says Krasimir has the strongest wrist is because even back then, Levan was known for taking people's wrist. For example, in his match against Gennady, he still took Gennady's wrist. But Levan's weakness, and still his weakness to this day, is a press. And that costed him the match. So even then, Levan had a good wrist, but he couldn't take Krasimir's wrist. That's why I think he says Krasimir has the strongest hand and wrist he's ever faced. Nonetheless, 1 year later, and Levan absolutely destroys Krasimir.